Disability ministry is not necessarily about starting a new ministry, but ensuring that existing ministries are accessible and welcoming to people of all abilities. The goal of any ministry is creating opportunities for people to encounter God, through fellowship, worship, and the teaching of God's Word. When someone is having a hard time participating in one or more of these areas, we need to ask why. Identifying and removing barriers to full participation, inclusion, extends the love of Christ to all people. We can't have accessible churches unless we recognize the barriers and the hurdles that are inhibiting access. Now, broadly speaking, ministry happens in the context of two environments: physical and social environments. Now, the physical environment is where ministry happens, and the social is who ministry happens with. Some barriers can be purely physical. A staircase or a narrow doorway can make a space inaccessible to someone in a wheelchair. Loud noises, bright lights, and strong scents can make a space inaccessible to someone with sensory processing disorder. Lack of transportation can make it impossible for someone to get to church. These barriers are physical in nature and require physical solutions. Some barriers are not visible, but may exist in the attitudes and expectations of those in the church. Unwelcoming attitudes may be beliefs that people with disabilities are not created in the image of God, or people with invisible disabilities need to just get over it. The expectations of this absolute silence during a worship service, for example, may mean someone with involuntary repetitive movements or vocalizations can never fully participate. Social barriers are the more difficult types of barriers to remove, since people may not even realize they exist. A simple change to the physical or social environment may be all that is needed to make a space accessible. Building a wheelchair ramp is a modification to the physical environment that makes it more accessible. An awareness event or sermon on the theology of disability may help change the hearts and the minds of the congregation. If a change to the environment is not possible or insufficient, providing support may aid participation. A simple example is our everyday use of reading glasses. Text can only be made so large. So at some point, modifying the environment, the text itself, becomes unfeasible. When this is the case, the use of tools like glasses aid participation. People with disabilities may require similar supports, ranging from CNI dogs for people with visual impairments, noise-canceling headphones for people with autism, or a one-on-one buddy for someone with developmental delays. In some rare cases, modifications and support will prove insufficient, and a specialized environment will need to be created. This may be as simple as a breakout sensory room, allowing someone to cool down and avoid a meltdown, or a companion bathroom with an adult changing table. Even when a specialized environment is available, the goal is always integration and mainstream participation whenever possible. For additional resources, handouts, and free training materials for welcoming and embracing people of all abilities with the love of Christ, go to johnnyandfriends.org/church.